Day 16. Applejack. She's dead. We hadn't heard anything from her all day, and then we heard her screaming and shouting for us to let her in. I was right next to the door. I tried to open it. I really did. Crying. I remember her crying so much. Begging me to open the door, praying to Celestia that I would save her. The door was stiff from the cold. I had to struggle to open it. It took a good few minutes for me to get it open. I remember thinking, what could be making Applejack, the toughest mare I know, cry like a filly? I finally managed to get it open, and I saw her all cut up and bruised. Her foreleg and cheek were bleeding profusely. I'll never forget that look in her eyes as she looked behind herself and then back to me. Absolute terror. A primal, undying fear showing through her glistening eyes, wet from the tears. We all rushed up to her and tried to pull her inside, but oh, Celestia, her eyes, something grabbed her, and we tried to pull her back inside, but it was too strong. Whatever it was out there started to pull harder and started dragging me outside too. I had to let go of her. Oh, Celestia, forgive me. I let her go. It pulled her right out of my hooves, and I heard her screaming out for help. I'll never forget what happened afterwards. That horrible crunching sound. I shut those damn doors as fast as I could. There was nothing that we could do for her anymore. I wasn't about to let whatever the hay got AJ get us too. I had to close the door, and I just had to. Now, every pony is terrified to go outside now, and I don't blame them. Something is out there, and it is not friendly. We have to stay in here, or what happened to Applejack will happen to all of us. It's my job to keep them all safe. I was the leader of the group, and I just let 2 of my best friends die. I'm sorry, I can't write anything else today. It's just too much. Day 17. I can still see her face in my dreams, haunting me, begging me for help. Every second of the day I think about how I failed her, how I got her killed. Everybody else is scared out of their minds, and for good reason. Whatever the hay that the thing was, I can hear it moving around outside, slinking around and looking for something. Probably us. We knew that Rainbow Dash is probably dead now too, and that's not helping morale at all. I'm worried about every pony, but Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie the most. Fluttershy won't eat or sleep. She just sits in the corner, rocking back and forth, whimpering every few minutes or so. She hasn't eaten in 3 days, and I'm afraid that she might be depressed. Pinkie, on the other hand, she just sits by the door, her mane and tail hanging limp around her, and looks at all of us with this blank face. I think that she's starting to lose it, and we can't afford to have any pony going crazy down here. That'll get us all killed. Rarity doesn't say anything either, but I can tell that she thinks it's my fault that Rainbow and AJ are dead. I can see it in her eyes. She and Spike have been spending most of their time talking with each other. I guess it helps keep their minds off of everything that's going on. I just sit here writing my journal and rereading the entries over and over and over and over again. I was hoping that some pony would come to save us, but it's clear after what happened yesterday that no pony is. If they did, they're obviously dead. And if that thing could take down AJ so easy, I don't even want to think about how long the Royal Guard would last. And what if there are more of those things out there? I don't know what scares me more, the thought that Celestia and Luna have abandoned us, or the thought that they're trying everything in their power to help us and they still can't. I'm not just writing this journal for my own thoughts anymore. I'm writing it so that any pony who reads this can know about everything that happened here. Day 20. I had to do the unthinkable today. Pinky finally snapped. She just went absolutely crazy. It's been a few days since AJ died, and for a while Pinky was just sitting there with that horrible blank face staring at me. Today I woke up and she was standing over me with this huge demented smile on her face, and she was holding one of AJ's gardening tools. She kept telling me how it was my fault that they were gone, and that I was supposed to be the leader, that I was supposed to protect them. I told her that it wasn't my fault. I couldn't keep AJ or Rainbow from going outside even if I wanted to. Everybody else in the room was still asleep, and she just kept scooting towards me, holding her damn shears. I really couldn't see anything in the darkness aside from her face and her eyes, which seemed to glow a dull red due to the light reflecting off of her pink coat. She tried to kill me. She leapt at me with those shears and tried to plunge them into my chest, but I was too fast for her, thankfully. Then I hit her on the back of the head to knock her down. I swear that it was just to knock her down. She didn't get back up. I could still hear her mocking me, telling me how everything was my fault, that all of this is my fault. She wouldn't shut up. I kept hitting her and hitting her to make her stop, but she wouldn't shut up. I kept on hitting her until my foreleg got tired, and then I looked down at her broken body, the body that I destroyed with my own hooves. There was so much blood. Bits of brain from her caved-in skull lying around her body. I can't believe I did that. How can I kill one of my best friends? How can I be so violent and angry and let it take control of me? I've never been that angry, but she was going crazy, and we can't have that in a place like down here in this cellar. She could have killed every pony else after she was done with me, or worse, she could have opened the door and let the things outside in. I had to kill her. The needs of the few don't outweigh the needs of many, right? We can't have a crazy pony like her down here. I think that the others are scared of me now, though. They're all avoiding me and sticking together, and they keep looking at me like I'm the insane one. They didn't see the whole story. They didn't see her trying to kill me. They think that I was just beating up an innocent mare, but I know what happened. Spike especially looks at me like I'm some pony that he never knew before. Why can't they understand I'm just doing what's best for them? That I'm trying to protect them? Fluttershy looks even more depressed than she did before, and I'm honestly worried about her. They're still my friends, even if they don't see me the same way that they did before. We're running out of food, too. Soon we'll be all out. I don't know what we're gonna do then. We can't survive for much longer down here, and if help doesn't come soon, then we'll all die down here. Celestia, why have you forsaken us?